Welcome all you dark customers, this is Dark Merchant and welcome to the Dark Market. Alright, for today we're going to be doing part 2 of the giant monster movie review, and we'll just get into it with Godzilla Raids Again, which I believe is the original title. This one has the original Japanese version from '55, and then the English dubbed version from 1959. Now, if I get this correct, yeah, here it says it's as heavily re-edited as the original, and this time around, there's a second monster in it, Ingridus, who looks like an ankylodon, but instead of the big club tail, he has spikes all over his shell. And in the edited version, now I don't know if this is for certain or whatever, but because the second movie was released in America by a different company than the original Godzilla King of the Monsters was, they ended up having to change the name to Gigantus the Fire Beast to avoid confusion. But it was the same monster, and now he's fighting Anguirus. And apparently, a very, very, very young George Takei is in this. And there's stories about the original man that was in the Godzilla suit. He passed away a few years ago, unfortunately. But yeah, I believe in either this one or the third one, which is coming up in the next video, that the guy in the suit ended up getting appendicitis, and Toho was on a tight budget then, and they did not allow him to go to the hospital. They didn't even allow him to lay on a table because they had no tables available. So they took the top half of the suit off and they operated on him right there. Unfortunately, the man in the suit was immune to the local anesthetic, so he felt everything. And then they just gave him like 5 to 10 minutes to recuperate and said, alright, continue filming. So, and on the inside is all of this. I believe both versions are on this disc. Sorry, there's a bit of dust on here that I'll have to end up cleaning up later. Yep. And it's part of... I gotta get more of this type, because it's part of the Toho Master Collection. And yeah, this is the second Godzilla film and the last Godzilla film to be in color. And as you can see here, once again, the Master Collection seal. This still, like the first one, this still had like the the message against the nuclear war, and people were still very much afraid of this movie, but not as much. The tone was toned down, like from 100% to like 85, I believe. And the cause of that is because of the addition of the second monster. But again, like I said in the previous video, that Godzilla King of the Monsters, the original one, Gojira, was originally supposed to be a one-off. But, yeah, that did not happen in the least. It is like 32 films in now, and the character is 64 years old. So, yeah, I would say that it's gotten pretty popular. Um, like the first one, I haven't seen this one in ages and ages. And yeah, it just, both of them are really good. Both of them are slow paced, kind of artsy. Both were sold as incredibly terrifying. The um the name Godzilla King of the Monsters, originally it was kind of like clickbait, but it didn't have the internet back then, obviously. Uh, it was just some exciting title to bring in audience members. And I got this information from fellow Godzilla fan on YouTube, D-Man1954. Yeah, he even actually outright called Godzilla King of the Monsters in the movie. It was the only monster in the movie, so who's the king of? It was just clickbait because at the time, America had their own giant monster, being King Kong. We'll get to him later. And it was basically just a challenge, like a throwdown. If it were in the three-digit centuries, someone would take out a white glove and slap it across another man's face, issuing a challenge. Uh, the only other times he's called that are in the Legendary Pictures Godzilla 2014 movie, and he's called that in Godzilla Monster Planet, I believe it's called. It's the first of the anime trilogy that is going on right now. So, yeah. I do not have a collectibles segment for this video because, like I said in the previous one, I only have 2 collectibles. I will be getting more whenever I possibly can, but I am saving that collectible until I reach 50 subscribers. I'm at 30 now, so it's your task to go out and find 20 more people to add, those who truly enjoy my stuff. But until then, I'm not going to be reviewing it. This is Dark Merchant signing off. I'll see you guys later.